You own
But
googly
I
eyes.
was still living in the
The
sheltered
stranger
past of
wants
my
me to
youth.
say something
Not that my
more.
youth had
I
been
scrunch
peaceful,
my
far
nose and
from it.
say I
For
wish I
that
had something
reason,
to
in
show
my
my
age, I now
appreciation,
decided to
but I've had
distance
a hell of a
myself from
day.
him. This,
Oh
they
no, it's
warned,
okay,
was
he
what a
replies.
controlling
He
boyfriend
smiles
or
wide
quote
but
was.
longingly.
But I had
He
neither,
looks
so I
hella
took the
familiar,
pill
but
that
I'm
I'd
not
stashed in the
just trying
passenger
to get
side
home from
visor of
this
my
at this
sister's car
point.
and took it.
A name
I
comes across
figured
to
I had
mind, but
just
this
long
man
enough to
looks
get to my
different.
best friend's house
Odd in the
15
clothes
minutes
he's
away.
wearing, a smile. My
Rummaging through
smile
my
softens.
pockets,
Here,
I
let me
crave
give
for
you
a
my
buck.
info. Maybe I'll
And
be
with
able to
luck, I had
return the favor
five.
someday.
I head to the
I
bus
hold out my
terminal 3 or
thumb
4
and he
blocks away.
presses
I get there
his
and a
bid.
nice young mom asks
Okay,
me
he
for
smiles,
directions to
clearly
her bus.
satisfied.
I still have a few,
Strangers were a form
minutes,
of
so I escort
currency.
her to her
More
bus.
people that
I'm
you've
helping her
connected
on, and
with,
a
the
guy
more people
behind
you
me
should
starts
call.
going through my
More
backpack. I think he's
validity
taking one
to
of
your
my buttons or
character,
pins
so
I
on and
treasure.
so forth.
The people
I
are
was
packing
breaking
on,
even.
and before
Fringe
I can
people
tell
were
him
usually
something, the
at
crowd
zero.
has pushed me onto the
Going
bus.
without some
I
makes
check my
seasoned Good
backpack and
Samaritan
everything's
points
in there,
even
and I
harder.
start making my way
Not
to the
as
back of the
clear-headed or
back to
focused.
the
But I
exit.
was on a
The
different mission
driver
than most.
announces that the
Everyone
departure
likes to
and
think they're
destination.
special,
I
but I
finally
was
make
sure
it
I
to the
was
front
onto
of the bus,
something.
but she's pulled
What
off.
that was, only
There
the
was no
big
stopping the
GOD
bus,
knew.
but I make
My
my
good
way to
old
the
lady
front and ask for
direction
the
told
next
me to
stop.
break even
I
for
tell
the
her
time
I'm going
being.
to such and
So with
such
some
streets, but I
hesitation,
have
I
to get
pressed my
off
thumb to his
anyways, so I
bidding,
just resign
and
to
then
get off
I
at the next
remembered
stop.
how he ran and
When
how
we
much of a
approach the
headache it
stop,
would
I
have been to
notice
buy
that
a
the
new
street
one,
is in
especially
an
since the
industrial
one that I
section of town.
had the most
I vaguely
current,
wonder where the bus
untampered
was
version
going.
of my most recent
A handful
interactions
of
with
people got
Sumer,
off the
the
bus.
machines,
Most rock
believes. I smile and he smiles back.
were.
I walk
I
away and
figured that the
remember
bus
so
had
fast
gone
that
to the
this is how
right of the
people
bus
met
station
each
that
other
of my
most of the
intended
time,
direction.
meet each other most
So
of
I
the time.
started walking to the left, seemingly empty streets,
Forehead.
to seemingly
What an idiot, I say to
seemingly
myself.
empty
I
streets.
turn and look at the
I
guy, but
walked
he's
past
long
a
gone.
wheat mill by around the time the pill had started kicking in. Instead of
Open. And
machines
with a small
shifting the
slide, it's
wheat, it
open.
was some sort
My
of
husband
animal.
is home.
It was making noise
Sarah,
and
he
stacking
says,
the pieces.
remember, I got remarried.
I remember
I'm
that I should tell my
confused.
best
He
friend
reaches
not
for
to
the
eat so
blister
much
packs and
bread
tells
because
me
of
to
all the
hold out
hard
my
work
hand.
it took
I'm
to make it.
confused.
I don't
trust this man
understand
with my
why
life,
my
so I do
brain
as he
is,
says.
but with my brain on this pill would see them as living beings.
I tell him
but
I
with
don't
the
want
soothing
to. I just
hum, I
had a crazy
decide
day.
that
The
I would
last thing I
not
want to
get
do is
over
think
those
about
train
this
tracks
clearer.
that were
I'm
just beyond the
going,
street and
you're
in the
just going to
direction of
have
my
to
friend.
leave it.
So
Leave
I
it.
slip
Not,
into
he
the
says
warehouse
sharply. I relent.
as
He hands me a cup of water and I swallow the pill.
I was fixing my
He
shoes
tells
when a
me to sit.
repairman
He
came
tells
in and
me
asked
again
what I
that
was
he
doing there.
remarried and
I told him I was
introduces me
getting
to
out
his
of the
wife.
rain, and
I
he
greet her
motioned to the
calmly,
machines
and I
as if I
smile.
should be
The
scared
most instant
because I
effects
could
of
get hurt,
easiness
he
wash
said.
over me.
I said I hadn't noticed, but by now the
I
pill had
wrinkle my
taken
nose.
its toll
What?
and all I wanted to do was sleep.
This is you.
I started
You
talking
are
to the
not
machines,
you.
and
What
he was
came
about
from
to hurt
Sarah's
them before I
consciousness
calmed them down
150 years
myself.
ago.
To me,
This
it was
is the
just like
original
petting an
you.
animal. They all
What?
calmed down.
I would wait till it clicks, but we
As
had
some
a
came
date
to lay
and
by me,
somewhere
and I hugged
to
them as
be,
I fell
and
asleep.
I can't entertain today.
The next
So this
morning,
is
I
the
must
fast
have been in
version.
trouble
You are
because the
you,
police were
always have
trailing
been,
me.
always will
I
be.
managed to find
But
my
you are
friend's
not
house.
the
I was wearing
original.
ridiculous boots, and I had the and
were.
that it the
We thought you were
that
for a little, but we've sorted it
that
all
and the
out.
residue
You
of
can
the
wait
pill
here
made
for a
my
few
feet
minutes
feel
till it all
heavy.
comes back.
It wasn't the first
It's a
time.
shock,
I'm almost
is what the
constantly in
doctors can
trouble,
tell
but
us.
always just out of
Rest
their
and then
reach.
you're ready to
Apparently
order
not
yourself
this
a cab.
time. I have my key
Like
in
you would
hand,
a
ready
hug?
to open the front door, and they rush
Would
me.
you like
Gentle
a hug? I'm
contact,
still
but contact
confused. This day
nonetheless.
is odd,
No
but the pill's
Miranda
already
rights
started
here,
with its
apparently.
effects.
They tell me I'm under arrest, and I
belong
struggle
here. I
against
was
them
on my way
and
to a
ask them
friend's
why.
house
I
before
get
the
no
nearest
answer. I
arrest.
think quickly,
The near
either
arrest
this
threw
is
me
a
off.
legitimate
But
arrest
I'm
or
not
a
the
terrorist
original, and I'm
arrest.
not you.
The
Then what
later
exactly
they
do they
would
want
hold
with
me
me,
indefinitely
other than me be
regardless. I'm
trespassing?
prepared for torture.
But then my
mind
Biddy
goes
rings,
quickly,
and
but
the
to
dispatch is
this,
on the
but
other
thinks
end.
of the
M137286-ZRT, Sarah, this is
But
police dispatch
I
with a
start.
request meeting with
I'm
you
about to say
earlier
I'm going to
today,
stab
and
the
I assure
guy
you
just
that
so
this is all
that I know they're
misunderstanding
recording,
and our
but I
sincere
continue.
apologies.
This is
Report to
entrapment. It's
20
against my
White
civil
Spruce for your
liberties, my
medication.
intellectual rights,
Or for
and further
remediation.
misuse of my
We
human
chose
rights and
it
laws.
close to your most
They
current
spray me with
housing
something
in
that
Dewey
keeps
and
me from
South.
talking. But when they hear this, they talk amongst themselves and
The other
decide to
end,
let
but
me
I
go.
don't care. The pill
Apparently,
isn't
I'm
working. I go
I'm
over to
worth
the pills,
more
I
than the
press my
trouble.
thumb on it, and it deposits another in my hand. This isn't a request. I was just voluntold
In between the
to
gasp,
show up.
I asked
I
why.
hang up
Again,
and
no
choose the
answer. They
second one.
released me.
Then the
I'm just
first one
gathering my
starts
wits
kicking
about
in.
me
I've
when
been divorced
when I
3
start the
months
lonely
now.
walk
I've been
home from
staying
where
with a
they've
friend.
carted me.
Being sober is the
I'm
name
still
of the
reading
game
from
now,
the
and
pill.
everyone
Me
doesn't know what
talking
to
to
do with
machines
me.
like
I appeared
animals,
at
and
a
the shock that I was prepared for torture
enough
for no
cases to
reason
openly
other than my
admit that there are
belief
sleepers out
is
there.
that
They
society
assign
is
you
that
a number and you
misguided.
have a total
I must be
human
dead.
rights, as no one
The
really
effects of the
understands
pill,
what's going
perception
on. Amnesia
issues.
is almost standard. The
Time
ones
I
that
get
don't have
home.
amnesia pretend because
The pill
mostly
is
if they
called
do remember,
by
it's
many
off to a
names.
laboratory
Summer,
for you twice a week.
because of the cradle.
And
Sumer,
sober
because
means
of the
5
cradle of
different types of
civilization.
soma a day to figure out
Enlightenment,
where you're
summer, as in
where we
summer,
come
and maybe a
from.
play on
Walking
words on
lab
soma,
rats.
as in the brave new world.
Out
No
it
one
again.
knows, but
I'm
to
starting to
anyone that
think that
uses
it's
it,
not
it's like a
some at all.
prescribed medication.
They say
It's all of
paranoia
the
is
above.
also a
Back
side
in the day,
effect. To the
before drugs
perfect-
had been legalized, they would
to the
have called
perfect
this a
pill with
designer
no side
drug.
effects, we
Odorless,
hurt the pharma
tasteless, dissolves
companies.
instantly. non-habit forming, and no side
I get to
effects.
20 White
Now the
Spruce
pharma
Drive, a
company
two-door
sells it
manor
over
with
the
a doorman
counter.
waiting for me.
Busy executives.
Good evening, Miss Sarah. Permission to confirm
But
authorization.
normal people take them
Granted,
like
I say and
Tylenol.
hold up
Smart
my
people
thumb.
like me and my
Thank you for your
friend go
response.
without it for months.
Let's get this over
The
with.
effects can
I
only
say,
be
now
slightly
with my full
exaggerated, hence the
capabilities.
talking to
I
machine.
walk into the
But
office
it provides
with-
clarity
office
and
with
the
district
ability to
attorney
reason
seated
through
next-
any thought, a sense of well-being and happiness.
seated opposite.
Basically,
Legal
we are in the
structures
fringe
had
group that
changed over the
thinks
last
that
100
reality's ups
years
and
with the
downs are the
ethics
drugs,
renaissance.
and
He
anesthetizing
holds
is
out
only
his hand
needed
and I
periodically.
smile and nod, ignoring
We have
his and sitting down.
he begins. It's not like we were not functioning
It's too damn
without
tedious
it
to
or
go
with.
into this line
We
by
just
line.
choose
But
when we
ultimately,
augment our
when-
reality,
thanks for getting off your
like they
meds.
used to
You're
185
right.
years
You fixed all
ago.
the machines at the warehouse, and
Me
important
personally, I call
to
it
bring
some.
me in was to
Like your
translate,
mind
to
is
bring
a
you in.
somersault. It deposits you where you left,
He
but with new
apologized
understanding.
profusely and
Less
offered
heavy, less
accommodations
drained,
if I agreed
lighter.
to join
My
the
friend calls
vigilance
it soup.
program.
Everyone has a
I told
unique
them I was
take.
already being vigilant and I had no interest being part of a group study.
Thinking
and if they
still in a
violated
shocked
that, I
way
would
that
feel
what
pushed to
if
seek
it-
legal counsel.
what if I hadn't
The DA
protested?
handed
Would
me
I
their
still have
card
been
and I
detained?
pushed out my chair
Were they
and
scared of
thanked
my
the
remarks, my
inspector general.
declaration of rights, or the fact that I knew I was
after
still
being
feeling the
forced
effects of
onto a
some?
bus, getting off somewhere I
And
didn't
so
need to
it is so acceptable that you're basically untouchable, regardless.
being
I'm walking
misunderstood
from the
as me was
southeast to
being
the
mistreated,
northwest
beat
side
to
of the
conform,
courtyard when a
then
young
being
man in a
heavy-footed
vintage
to charge all
attire
the way
runs
back
past
home,
me.
almost to be
A little
arrested, to finding out
alarmed,
my
I
goal
move
wasn't my
aside
phone,
and stare
to
at how
recruitment.
far
I was just sick of it all.
I have a
felt
tap
like
on my
every
shoulder.
cartoon that just
I
wants
look
to end
over
it.
and
Vintage
I'm still
cartoons, 'cause
walking,
now
and the
that
man is
everyone
keeping
was on
pace
some
with me,
sort of
holding out my
summer-
bit D. It must have fallen out of my back pocket.
Friend's house.
Thanks, I say. I return it back to my pocket.
throw myself
my biddy
face
is a
first onto his
biometrics
couch. He's in his
identifier,
recliner
information
playing
sharing,
VR.
telecommunications,
I buzz him and his
platform
biddy and he
device.
turns around
Everyone
scared.
has one.
Shit,
It
Sarah,
resembles
you
a
can't
key
just appear
fob,
out of nowhere.
one of the most
Shit, you,
important
Brian,
men on the
I told you I
goings
was gonna
on.
come over.
He's
Yeah, last night he says, not in the middle
he's
of the
still
afternoon.
he's still
How
reclining
did
his
you know I
easy
wouldn't
boy,
have
hands in a
company?
triangle like
You
a
do have company, I
psychotherapist.
responded. I'm here.
Lots of hms and ha's
He turns off his
and
console.
okays.
It's
I
tedious
slid.
to
I'll
get
skip
to
the
it
line
by
for line, but I
line
was
by line, but
at
I
the part with
basically
the